it's Katherine Norland. Okay, so somebody was sharing with me that they were really upset because they had just gone through a really difficult time and there was a death in their family, and they were so surprised that the people who should have been there for them weren't there for them. And they were even more shocked that the people who they didn't think would even care or would have bothered to say anything, they were the ones that showed up for them. And boy, I have found that to be true so many times in my life. And me too, I was initially shocked when the people you think are the closest to you, your friends, your family, your relatives, and you think, yeah, of course they're going to be there. They're going to be the ones that are there for me when I'm going through this tough time. And often that's not really the case. Sometimes it's the strangers, the people that you don't know that well, or your acquaintances, maybe some coworkers, or people you would have never thought were going to be there will be the ones that are there for you. And it does surprise you. Like, I used to predetermine like who would show up at my parties. And I would say, oh, well, you know what? I'm not going to invite so-and-so because, they would never come to one of my parties. They're above that. Or, I would automatically say no for them because I, for whatever reason, thought, oh no, they're too good. They're too busy. Oh, they wouldn't be interested. And then when I got over that and I just started inviting everyone I wanted to invite, boy, man, it was shocking, right? It was shocking that I was saying no for people and they would actually be the ones to show up. I would throw a party and the people that I thought would never show up are the ones that show up because I left it open. And I said, you know what? I'm going to stop deciding who is going to say yes and who is going to say no, and just invite everybody that I would want to see. And let's see who comes, right? And so many times I'm surprised at the people I thought were those that were the closest to me, those that I thought for sure would show up the most. They didn't. They're too busy and whatever, And sometimes people aren't going to be there for you. And, this person was saying that they felt really bad about it because they didn't know what they did wrong. I don't know what I did to make these people upset or why these people are mad at me. And you know what? A lot of times it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with them. So you didn't necessarily do anything wrong if someone is not showing up for you and they're not being there for you 100% of the time. A lot of times it has nothing to do with you. So don't blame yourself, right? People are busy. People are going through their own stuff. And someone not showing up for you and not being there for you, well, sometimes that's just part of life. And you'll know if there's something that you did wrong, right? 99% of the time, if you did something wrong. And, we've got the Holy Spirit telling us. So nobody even needs to necessarily tell us and point out when we've done something wrong, because you'll feel it. You'll feel guilty. You'll feel uneasy. You'll feel uncomfortable. You'll be like, oh, did I do that person wrong? And a lot of times that's the Holy Spirit. He's always speaking to us. He'll tell us, you were kind of rude to them last time. Last time you talked to them, you were kind of short with them. Or you should have done this and not that. So it's not really a guessing game. There's been very, very few times in my life where someone got mad at me over something and I was totally unaware that I even did something to offend them. Very, very rarely. So it's not something to even beat yourself up over, right? Because if you didn't do something intentionally and you don't even know what it is, then you know what? even if you did do something wrong, man, it's not something to blame yourself for, because it was inadvertent, right? You didn't plan it. You weren't trying to hurt someone. You didn't even know. Like, there have been times where I have not seen somebody in my blind spot driving, right? Accidentally cut them off, not even knowing it. And they're driving by me and they're getting in front of me and slamming on their brakes, or they're going by me, cursing me out and flipping me off. I didn't even know I did something wrong. So I say that because, you know what? You never know who's going to be there for you. You never know who is going to show up for you. And oftentimes, it's the kindness of a stranger that you're relying on. Not people you know, not even people you would imagine would be there for you. And the people that have been there, your whole life, they may suddenly go missing from your life. They may go missing in action. And when they're MIA, there's people who are willing to step in, to help you, to comfort you, to show up for you, to be at your parties, whatever you need. But you just have to let it go, right? Basically, just don't get mad if people you want to be there aren't there. And don't be so surprised that the people who you never thought would be there are there for you. Because you know what? You never know what someone's going through, right? You never know what their heart is, so you can't assume. Some people have good intentions, but can't always follow through. Sometimes, in the case of grieving for a lost loved one, someone close to you may not even know. They may not know what to say. They may stay away just for the fact that they're so upset, or they're so uncomfortable, or they're just grieving in their own way. And if they don't know what to say, it's probably better that they don't say anything. So be kind, be easy on yourself, and be easy on others. Don't predetermine what someone should do or who should show up. And you know what? Just enjoy the people around when you need them. All right? Live true, love hard, and shine bright. God bless you.